So this is the first step of removing the carburetors from a 97 Honda Shadow. First thing you're gonna have to do is drain this bowl right here, and these hold about maybe there's two dual carbs on this, so you got to do it on both sides, this side and the other side. As you can see right there is the drain, and then this is the screw that we will be undoing, and you undo this screw and it will let gas out. Obviously gotta make sure you have something down there to catch it, but that's how you do this side. This is the choke side, and then of course you're gonna have gas drip in there, and then you'll tighten that screw back up and then do the same to the other side. Okay, so this is the other side of the carb. Right there is the drain, this thing, and then there's the screw we will be undoing. So basically just put your funnel in there, and then that is a flathead. We'll open that up and let the gas drain out of the carb into a container. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick on this side, and we'll go from there. So I did remove the air box, which was in this direction, and it had a pipe going down onto the carb right there. This was inside of there, so this part went onto the carburetor. So I went ahead and moved it out of the way so that we have some room to get the carb out and not have to fight it. Just going to loosen up these clamps on the boots, top and bottom, just for the simple fact of whenever I'm pulling this thing out, it'll make it easier. I also bought replacement hoses, I guess you could call those. It's the rubber part that actually connects the carb to the engine. So loosen that up, loosen this one up. So whenever I go to remove it, just whatever comes loose, and then I can remove the rest that way. So trying to make it easy as possible. So next we will be removing this kind of clear hose. I got it off a little bit, and then this fuel filter, which goes from gas tank down to fuel filter, and then fuel pump, and then to fuel filter. This bike is a work in progress. I did buy it like this. I do know that that's not OEM, and a whole bunch is going to change on this bike. Just figured I would take you guys along for the ride with doing some of the maintenance and modifications that are going to go down to this thing. So this line goes up all the way down. It goes up underneath, which is what that coil thing is protecting, and then it comes up on that side of the carb. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that clear hose. I'm gonna try to disconnect this. It looks like they held it on by a zip tie, which definitely isn't gonna fly for me, but we're gonna figure it out right now and remove that hose. After disconnecting this fuel hose, and then this was in its little bracket, all I had to do was take this and spin it a little to get it to release the cable, and then remove this part from its housing. And then I took both sides of the carb from up top of the bike and pulled them up towards me, loosening the carb. I did have to remove one hose, which was coming from here, this T-clamp. Why, I don't know why that's even there. I don't know, it looks like this bike was kind of jankily put back together, so the carbs are loose, and I'm going to attempt to pull them out towards me with one hand, I guess. And damn it, I caught on the damn wire. Hold on. Bam. So obviously all these hoses are going to come off, and we're going to clean it. And that's what's left.